It's a popular class, yeah.
While it's not perfect,
The music is awful.
it gives an older generation
1, 2, 3.
the opportunity to try something new.
It's good for not just getting the heart rate up, but also for brain health. You're learning patterns, which is really important for brain health. But for 45 minutes, they don't have aches and pains. They don't have Parkinson's. They don't have MS. They don't have all kinds of other issues. It gives a lot of vitality to this place, really.
Works for Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. Our thanks to Jaleesa Irizarry for that story.
Travis Barker, too. Let's get him in there if they don't like that music to modern things up. This is Early Today.
Mercedes-Benz of Bowling Green, the best or nothing.
What does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And black people think y'all look alike. You can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
Most people look at the scene of a truck crash and just see a bad car accident. But at Hughes & Coleman, we know there's more to it. An overloaded trailer, signs of poor maintenance, or a trucking company pushing drivers beyond their limits. If you've been injured in a crash, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Welcome to Tuesday. It's election day. Tracking a mild feel across the area with temperatures running near 60 degrees. I'm still tracking unseasonal warmth this week and also the potential for some record warmth on the way. I'm tracking that just ahead in my full forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise, it's National Epilepsy Awareness Month, and we'll learn from health experts the subtle signs that someone may be having a seizure and what to do if it happens. Plus, we'll get the inside scoop on the upcoming Stars and Six Strings music benefit concert in today's edition of Soki's Choice. Then, a recent job report says that a growing number of Americans are working multiple jobs. We'll see what some are saying about this new federal data. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. It is Tuesday, November 7th, Election Day. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's start off with our top stories. Of course, it is Election Day, kicking off across the state of Kentucky, and those polls are already open as of right now. We have 12 different polls here in Warren County that are available that you could find on our website and a couple of websites across the state, and they are open from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. later today. You will be able to vote if you're in line at 6 p.m. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. For any information on where to vote outside of Warren County, you can visit elect.ky.gov for a full list of polling locations across all counties in Kentucky. And News 40 will be following elections all day to keep you updated on all of the numbers. And there is one local race on the ballot this election year. Sierra Waller and Janet Burks are now running for a seat on the Bowling Green Independent School Board. You remember we spoke to Waller earlier last week. Now Janet Burks is sharing why she believes she would make the best candidate. Burks says she feels education is somewhat in danger and hopes that with her 41 years of experience, she can bring a well-rounded perspective to the board. She's been a guidance counselor, a full-time teacher, and for the past 5 years, a substitute for the district. Burke said with all her experience and helping out in different buildings across the district, she feels like she can make a change.
You know, I think just we always need to have the child's best interest at heart. And I think if we do that, we'll be successful in our schools. So whatever is the best for the child is going to be the best for the parents, going to be best for the teachers, and going to be best for the school system.
For more local election information, you can head to our website. That's WNKY.com. And a crime alert now. We have an update on the shooting that happened on Magnolia Street on Thursday night. 19-year-old Zion Johnson has now turned himself into authorities in connection to the shooting. Bowling Green police say one man was shot in the foot around 9:30 on Thursday night. He was taken to the hospital then for treatment. During their investigation, police found at least 40 shell casings indicating multiple weapons had been fired. 18-year-old Karen Wilson was also arrested after the shooting, and both are charged with attempted murder and first-degree assault. And we have new information from Nashville's devastating school shooting on March 27th that took the lives of 6 people, including 3 children. 3 photos of documents allegedly from the Covenant School shooter were posted on social media by a conservative political commentator. Police have previously said that the killer left behind writings about the planned attack. A legal fight about the release of these writings has been playing out in court in Nashville for months now. Parents of 2 of the children killed in the shooting had requested they not be revealed. An attorney for the shooter's parents said that they couldn't authenticate the documents and that they didn't see them released. And we're learning now about a train versus truck accident that led a few traffic delays last night. Bowling Green police tells us thankfully nobody was injured when a train crashed into a truck on Dishman Lane just before 6 o'clock on Monday night. BGPD believed that the truck may have had a mechanical failure and that everybody inside of the vehicle was able to get out before the train had hit it. Several officers were on the scene investigating the crash, and the scene has since been cleared up. And that was a look at your top stories. I'm now going to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of your Election Day forecast. Darius?
Yeah, it's Election Day as many people are heading out to the polls. Plan for another very warm November day across the area. Temperatures right around 60 degrees to start off this morning. It's 59 in Bowling Green, 60 there into Allen County. And winds are flowing in from the south and west. A modest breeze locally in the area. A 9-mile-an-hour breeze there into Simpson County this morning. It's the warm southerly breeze that's going to be ushering in the very warm temperatures for us despite the clouds that we have out there. Here's a stationary boundary just off towards the north. That's what's going to keep those clouds around for us today. Meanwhile, on your Election Day commuter forecast, the lunch run temperatures into the middle 70s. We're near the upper 70s later today. Weather on the 4 is brought to you by Deborah Bros, attorneys at law.
WNKY News 40. Broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
I've signed 627 bipartisan bills into law. We cut the income tax by over 10%, legalized sports betting and medical cannabis, and capped the cost of insulin. We're getting things done. Let's keep it going.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
We're dealing with some twisted psychopath.
I want to help.
I am going to find your son.
He's a kidnapper no one would think to look for.
How do you know this? You're hiding something from me.
Found tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
NBC News hosts the Republican presidential debate, moderated by Lester Holt and Kristen Welker, joined by Hugh Hewitt. How would the candidates confront the critical challenges at home and abroad as the next commander-in-chief? Wednesday at 8 p.m.
WNKY News 40 loves celebrating our viewers. That's why we bring you Soki's Birthday Club. Joining the club is free and simple. Visit WNKY.com/birthday, fill out the form, and click Submit. That's it. Your name will appear on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon on your birthday, and you'll be entered to win a special birthday surprise. WNKY News 40 loves celebrating you because local matters. Soki's Birthday Club is brought to you by these great sponsors. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Ford's Furniture is your sectional headquarters. We have over 15 different sectionals in stock with endless varieties of shapes and covers and sizes. Need a reclining sectional? We've got that too. Let us help you find the perfect sectional for your home today at Ford's Furniture.
I've worked in Kentucky most of my life, and there's more jobs here than I've ever seen. Governor Beshear has been great for business. The wages are up because the jobs are up. He's getting things done, and that's what matters. I'm a Republican. I did not support Andy Beshear the first time. He's got my vote this time around.
It's National Epilepsy Awareness Month, and around 3.4 million Americans live with this brain condition. While most people recognize convulsions as a sign of seizure, health experts say many Americans don't know all of the symptoms. And today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has more on the subtle signs that someone's having a seizure and what to do if it happens.
It's one of the most common neurological diseases. Epilepsy causes seizures, and the most common well-known sign is convulsions.
Where patients become stiff, they shake all over, they can bite their tongue, they can pee on themselves or defecate on themselves.
Neurologist Dipali Namaid with Orlando Health says there are also lesser-known subtle signs of which to be aware. A person could be having a seizure if they're staring into space, making a lip-smacking movement, or a gesture like they're picking at their clothes. Unnatural laughter can also be a potential sign, as well as numbness or tingling, blinking rapidly, and crying out or screaming.
The seizure symptoms or the signs depends on which part of the brain your seizures are originating on. So they could vary from person to person.
If someone is experiencing a seizure, Namaid says to gently lay the patient on their side in a safe place, away from sharp or heavy objects that could hurt them, and loosen clothing around the neck like a tie or scarf.
Do not put anything inside their mouth, especially spoon or your fingers. Patients are never going to swallow their tongue. It is physically impossible to swallow the tongue.
Since seizures can last seconds or minutes, Namaid says to time them and to call 911. If they continue for more than 5 minutes, if the person is hurt or pregnant, or if there's another medical condition happening at the same time, like a heart attack. For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is expanding its disease surveillance program at 4 major U.S. airports. The agency will now test for more than 30 pathogens at Boston Logan International, San Francisco International, Dulles International, and in Washington, D.C., and JFK International in New York City. The CDC is looking for antimicrobial resistance targets as well as viruses like flu and RSV. The traveler surveillance program started during the COVID-19 pandemic to detect new variants. It operates at 7 major United States airports. And coming up on News 40 Sunrise, we'll discover the inside scoop on this year's Stars and Six Strings fundraiser for today's Sophie's Choice.
Plus, I'll have your Election Day forecast as many are headed to the polls.
I've signed 627 bipartisan bills into law. We cut the income tax by over 10%. Legalize sports betting and medical cannabis, and cap the cost of insulin. We're getting things done. Let's keep it going.
Former President Donald Trump is endorsing Attorney General Daniel Cameron in his run for governor of Kentucky.
Mr. President, I hope you can tell that Kentucky is Trump country.
I'm the only candidate endorsed by President Trump, and the only candidate who stood up to Joe Biden. I fought the Biden agenda in court to defend Kentucky. Andy Beshear, he never will. As governor, I'll put Kentucky first, even when it's hard.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
What would Daniel Cameron's Medicaid plan mean for my patients?
He's threatening to take away health care coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians.
It's very scary that people are not going to have health coverage.
People will not be able to see their doctors. People will not be able to buy medicines.
Many rural hospitals will end up closing their doors.
Cameron is still following his pal, Matt Bevin.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't think Daniel Cameron understands what Kentuckians are going through.
And that is not acceptable for a governor.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
I've worked in Kentucky most of my life, and there's more jobs here than I've ever seen. Governor Beshear has been great for business. The wages are up because the jobs are up. He's getting things done, and that's what matters. I'm a Republican. I did not support Andy Beshear the first time. He's got my vote this time around.
The Center for Courageous Kids is an organization that does crucial work for children not just right here in Kentucky, but also around the globe. This year, they are bringing back a fan favorite in the Stars and Six Strings. They're this week's Soki's Choice, brought to you by J.C. Kirby & Son.
My name is Emily Cosby, and I am the Communications and Marketing Officer at the Center for Courageous Kids. Stars and Six Strings is our signature fundraising event. This is our 5th year hosting this event in Bowling Green, and it's a fundraiser that we use to raise crucial funds for the program that we offer at CCK. We serve children and families with medical diagnoses and medical complexities, and we offer all of it that we do here at CCK throughout the year for free. And so we need fundraising and donations to make camp happen for kids like the ones that we serve. Saturday, November 18th, it's going to be at La Gala in Bowling Green, and it's just going to be a night full of eventful music and silent auction and live auction and a beautiful plated dinner, and it's going to be a wonderful evening for our guests to come and really kick off the holiday season with the giving spirit and generosity, and we're excited for it to get here. This event in particular for our fundraising calendar, our special events calendar, raises crucial funds for us. We operate yearly where we try to serve 3,000 campers a year, and when they come at absolutely no cost to their family, that means that we provide all of it for them. So our operating budget is quite large, and it takes a lot of funds to make what we do happen. And so to be able to offer an event like this where supporters and donors can come and participate and give, it helps support our yearly budget.
Stars and Six Strings is at La Gala right here in Bowling Green this year on Saturday, November 18th. You'll be able to participate in live and silent auctions, plus a wine pull and bourbon raffle. And of course, you'll be raising money to support a fantastic cause. And that was this week's Soki's Choice. I'm now going to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of your forecast. Darius?
Thanks, Tommy. It's election day as many people are headed out to the polls, planned for another unseasonably warm day. It's already a pretty mild start with temperatures near 60 degrees. It's a clean sweep on radar, not tracking anything out there. You're going to notice clouds, though, that are out there. You're going to notice it's going to be a little cloudier today than yesterday, but it's not going to stop those temperatures from warming up well into the 70s this afternoon. Check out the current temperature spread. Madisonville at 62 degrees. It's 59 degrees in Bowling Green, 61 there into Glasgow. Dew points into the 50s, so we do have some dry air that is in place. Winds are flowing in from the south and generally a modest breeze right around the 5-mile-an-hour range. Your election day planner as you're heading out to the polls, 9 a.m. 66 degrees. By lunchtime, 75. We're going to be into the middle and upper 70s before we wrap things up for the day today with a mix of sun and clouds. Tracking that unseasonal warmth that continues, and not just unseasonal warmth, but we could be talking about some record challenging warmth as well this week, especially on Wednesday. Record high of 82 degrees last reached in 2020. Forecasting a high of 82 tomorrow, and our average high for this time of year should be right around, say, 63 or 64 degrees or so. So we are going to be well above average over the next few days. We go for later this weekend, and we're going to see a seasonal cool down following a cold front that drops in. That will be bringing us some rain chances on Thursday. Meanwhile, as we go throughout the day today, let's plan out your day with Futurecast with your communities in view. Notice we got those clouds around. As I did mention, we're going to have more clouds around today than compared to yesterday. It's really not going to stop those temperatures, though, from making it into the 70s. Keeping those temperatures mild overnight tonight as well. In the upper 50s, lower 60s out there. A few more passing clouds moving through our skies tonight. And as we work our way into Wednesday, it's going to be a little bit breezier. And this is going to be ahead of a frontal boundary, but notice it's going to be that strong southerly breeze that's really going to allow these thermometers to approach 80 degrees by the afternoon. It's going to be a pretty nice day on Wednesday. And then we are going to be tracking that frontal boundary that works its way in. As early as Thursday morning, we could see a few sprinkles, but I think we could be watching for more rain chances that drops in through the day for your Thursday and especially on Friday. Here's your 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Temperatures, again, we're going to stay unseasonably warm over the next few days. Trending cooler on Thursday with scattered showers that move in, so make sure that you have that umbrella handy on Thursday and especially into Friday. Friday holds our best chance for rain. As we go throughout the week, temperatures may struggle to even make it into the 60s for daytime highs on Friday. And we'll keep those numbers seasonably cool through the weekend, but we're going to be dry Veterans Day, dry on your Sunday, and dry on Monday as well. Check out those overnight lows, though. They will be dipping down into the 30s. Remember to follow News 40 weather online and on the air, even when the skies are fair. We're back with more News 40 Sunrise after this commercial break.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
J.C. Kirby and Son Funeral Chapels, when a person comes in and does their prearrangement, I can see over the years that I've worked in this, how much it eases the family's minds. If you have 4 people, they have 4 different ideas of what they want. This settles that to where they say if that's what mom wanted, that's what dad wanted. You can see the relief on a lot of families' faces because all you do is say, what time do you want the funeral? What time do you want the visitation? And they can spend more time with their family members and friends in the grieving process. It just really takes a lot of burden off your family.
Football Frenzy is back in South Central Kentucky. WNKY News 40 is your home for high school football. The most schools, the most highlights, the most coverage. Catch Football Frenzy Friday nights at 10 on WNKY News 40.
The Mint Gaming Hall in Bowling Green is your premier entertainment destination. Enjoy all new games, Winner's Circle Bar, Post-Time Race and Sports Lounge, Corner Cafe, and more. Located next to the mall, the Mint Bowling Green. The winning just got closer.
My opponent's campaign is built on attacks and lies. But you know me, and you know it isn't true. We've been through a lot together, and now we're building the Commonwealth we've always dreamed of. We're a leader in economic growth, tens of thousands of new jobs, our lowest unemployment rate ever, delivering on major infrastructure projects and bringing high-speed internet everywhere. We're building a bright future here for all of our families.
Name an animal the wife doesn't mind her husband calling her. Piggy. Don't do that.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes and Coleman and get it done.
WeWork, once one of the world's most valuable startups, has filed for bankruptcy. The office space sharing company says it's requesting the ability to reject leases of certain locations and that the filing affects just the U.S. and Canada. WeWork was valued at $47 billion back in 2019 before business began to decline. The pandemic and the switch to remote work for office employees accelerated those losses. 3 brands of pet food have been recently recalled after samples tested positive for salmonella. Victor's Super Premium Dog Food Select Beef Meal and Brown Rice Formula, Retriever All Life Stages Mini Chunk Chicken Recipe Dry Dog Food, and Breeder's Choice Dog Food are all part of the recall. Federal regulators say salmonella can sicken pets and the humans who come in contact with it. More information on the impacted products can be found on the FDA's website. And it will be an extra happy new year for Starbucks workers. The company has announced a pay hike as of January 1st. The Seattle-based coffee chain is boosting the wages of hourly employees by at least 3%. Starbucks says its baristas make an average salary of $17.50 per hour. Union and non-union workers will see pay increases, and those who have been with the company longer will get bigger raises. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jared Hill.
A growing number of Americans are working multiple jobs. That's according to the October jobs report from the Labor Department. And today's Consumer Watch, Patrick Cornell has what experts say is behind the federal data and who is leading that trend.
juggling multiple gigs. The latest jobs report from the Labor Department shows nearly 8.4 million people had multiple jobs in October. That's the highest number since the start of the pandemic. And women appear to be leading that trend. The federal data shows nearly 6% of women worked multiple jobs in October. That's compared to 4.7% of men.
Our cost of living has almost tripled since 2020.
Experts say people may be taking on additional jobs to offset high inflation, which has been easing but is still painfully high for some households. Nonprofits like the United Way say inflation is outpacing wage growth, and that's making it harder for them to help families.
Wages do not reflect how important they are to everyday living.
Remote work is also offering more flexibility and opportunities for workers to manage several jobs from home. And there's also fear that layoffs could have people looking for supplemental jobs, but one economist says layoffs are actually historically low right now.
Companies are reluctant to lose their workers, and they're willing to negotiate even higher salaries to keep them.
U.S. employers added only 150,000 jobs last month. That's the smallest gain since June, signaling the economy is slowing and signaling that the Federal Reserve's action to tame inflation may be working.
The question is, how quickly is it working? We're still far from the 2% target, but inflation has come down quite a bit.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Patrick Cornell reporting.
Well, on the floors to get you out the door, brought to you by Deborah Bros, attorneys at law. We take a look at the WKU farm this morning, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet site. We got a few clouds out there in the mix. You're going to notice a bit more cloud cover as we go throughout the day today. Today's forecast on this election day features Stitch, and Stitch says, I've got an itch to vote. Hopefully you guys are getting out and voting today. Temperatures are pretty mild already to start the morning. You really won't need a jacket. Numbers into the 50s, approaching near 60 degrees right now, 59 in Scottsville as well as into Bowling Green. And that's all associated with the winds that are flowing in from the south. It's a modest breeze right around the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Radar pretty dry and quiet out there, not tracking any raindrops. We're just going to be tracking clouds through the day today, but temperatures will still approach the middle and upper 70s as we go throughout this afternoon. Still tracking a very warm November day across south central Kentucky on this election day. I'll have your full forecast coming up in the next little bit, but News 40 Sunrise continues after this commercial break.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
You want to experience the reunion? Reunite with our guy Big Red. And of course, the Queen. The Hill is the place for family.
Return to the Hill for more memories as Hilltopper football hosts New Mexico State for homecoming. Purchase your tickets today. Go Tops!
Gilbert Clinic's annual drive-through flu clinic is back and continues to offer a fast and hassle-free way to get your annual flu shot. The drive-through flu clinic will be administering flu shots from September 25th through October 20th at our main location, 201 Park Street, and from October 16th through October 27th at Family Care Center, 2724 Nashville Road. Stay healthy this flu season with Graves Gilbert Clinic and their drive-through flu clinic.
Welcome back. It's Election Day Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Darius Mack. Tracking unseasonal warmth that continues today. It's a pretty mild feel out there with temperatures right around 60 degrees. I'm going to be tracking more amazing weather in my full forecast. News 40 Sunrise continues.
Good morning, and as always, thank you so much for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's continue with your top stories. Today is Election Day, kicking off across the state of Kentucky, and those polls are already open right now. Here we have a live look at First Baptist Church. This is just one of 12 polling locations available in Warren County, and polls are open from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. And if you are in line at 6 p.m., you will be allowed to vote. For any information on where you can vote outside of Warren County, if you reside outside of Warren County, you can visit elect.ky.gov for a full list of polling locations in all of the counties across the Commonwealth. And News 40 will be following all-day election coverage to keep you up to date on the latest numbers. And there is one local race on the ballot this year in Warren County. Sierra Waller and Janet Burks are running for a seat on the Bowling Green Independent School Board. You remember we spoke earlier to Waller last week, and now Janet Burks is sharing why she believes she would make the best candidate. Burks says she feels education is somewhat in danger and hopes that with her 41 years of experience, she can bring a well-rounded perspective to the board. She has been a guidance counselor, a full-time teacher, and for the past 5 years, a substitute for the district. Burks said with all her experience and helping out in different buildings across the district, she feels she can make a difference.
You know, I think just we always need to have the child's best interest at heart. And I think if we do that, we'll be successful in our schools. So whatever is the best for the child is going to be the best for the parents, going to be best for the teachers, and going to be best for the school system.
For your local election coverage, you can head to our website, that's WNKY.com, for all your updates. And now a crime alert. We have an update on the shooting that happened on Magnolia Street on Thursday night. 19-year-old Zion Johnson has now turned himself in to local authorities in connection to the shooting. Bowling Green police say that one man was shot in the foot around 9:30 on Thursday night. He was taken to the hospital then for treatment. During their investigation, police found at least 40 shell casings indicating multiple weapons had been fired. 18-year-old Karen Wilson was also arrested after the shooting, and both are charged with attempted murder and first-degree assault. And we have new information from Nashville's devastating school shooting on March 27th that took the lives of 6 people, including 3 children. 3 photos of documents allegedly from the Covenant School shooter were posted on social media by a conservative political commentator. Police had previously said that the killer left behind writings about this planned attack. A legal fight about the release of these writings has been playing out in court in Nashville for months now, and parents of 2 of the children killed in the shooting had requested that they not have been revealed. An attorney for the shooter's parents said they couldn't authenticate the documents and that they did not release them themselves. And we're learning about a train versus truck accident that left a few traffic delays last night. Bowling Green police tells us that thankfully no one was injured when a train crashed into a truck on Dishman Lane just before 6 o'clock on Monday night. BGPD believed that the truck may have had a mechanical failure and that everyone inside the vehicle was able to get out before the train hit it. Several officers were on the scene investigating the crash, and the scene has since been cleared. And that was a look at your top stories. It's now time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
It's time now for your Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm Darius Mack here at the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society, and today we are featuring Titus. He is about a year old. He came in as a stray, and he looks like he's a beagle mix. I can tell you that he is a gentleman, and he is very quiet. A little shy and timid at first when you meet him, but I'm pretty sure he warms up to you. And another thing that you want to know is that if you have a fence, he tends to jump fences. But be sure to stop by at the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and help Titus find a new forever home to go to.
And I can tell you, Titus, he just loves treats. He's very treat-driven.
Much like yourself.
Yeah.
Much like yourself.
Who isn't treat-driven?
That is true.
So.
Who isn't treat-driven? But he's absolutely adorable, very friendly, and honestly, looks like the way to his heart, maybe some belly pats and some treats. So if you're looking for a new family member, be sure to adopt Titus today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
Well, I'm going to help you plan out your election day the News 40 weather way after the break.
It's time, y'all. It's a new season for my new home in NYC.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40. Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features Rap and Roll. To benefit Kiwanis' Sensory Music Garden, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
Car wreck?
When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Sign up today for the Jingle Bell 5K Run Walk benefiting the Arthritis Foundation, Saturday, November 18th at 9 a.m. at South Warren High School. Costumes and teams are encouraged. Register now at events.arthritis.org.
Ford's Furniture is your sectional headquarters. We have over 15 different sectionals in stock with endless varieties of shapes and covers and sizes. Need a reclining sectional? We've got that too. Let us help you find the perfect sectional for your home today at Ford's Furniture.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well.
It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back. It's about 6:34. Weather on the fours to get you out the door. The News 40 Weather Way brought to you by Deborah Bros, attorneys at law. It's Election Day Tuesday as you're heading out to the polls. Plan for another very warm November day. We're taking a look at the WKU farm this hour, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet site there. And temperatures, of course, running pretty mild into the 50s, right around 60 degrees. Woodbury at 54 degrees, but it's 60 there in Glasgow, 61 there to Metcalfe County. Winds are flowing in from the south and west, a modest breeze right around the 5-mile-an-hour range. It's the southerly breeze that's ushering in, of course, the very warm feel for us. Dry and quiet on radar. We're going to have clouds in the mix today, but it's not going to stop those temperatures from warming up nicely into the middle and upper 70s this afternoon. I'm tracking even warmer numbers. That shows up in your 7-day forecast in the next little bit. But for now, I'll send it over to Mr. Tommy Modesto.
Thank you, Darius. It is now time for your Tuesday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And with me in studio today is Derek Gregory and Jennifer Martin, here to tell us all about how you can raise socks for our senior community. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning, Tommy. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And you know, this is such an important part of our community, giving back, especially during the giving back season. So you guys are, again, raising socks for seniors. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, 13th annual CFR Socks for Seniors. Wow. And this year, our friends at Service One Credit Union are presenting sponsors. So we appreciate they're opening up their locations as collection sites this year.
That is fantastic. And I was reading that last year, over 7,000 pairs of socks. 7,000. That's 14,000 singular socks if you really get one into the nitty gritty. But that's incredible.
It's a lot, and the community is just so, just pouring out for our seniors. This is a way to show them some love and some cheer during the holidays.
Now, this stays within the community, or does it go all throughout the state?
Yeah, so this stays in the community. So wherever you donate your socks, if you donate them in Bowling Green, they're going to benefit seniors in Bowling Green. Or Scottsville, they stay there. So wherever you donate, they stay in that city.
And Jennifer, how important is it to make sure, things like this are continuing to go on in our community?
We have to support our community initiatives and help that grow. Being able to partner with CFR and everything that they've done the past 13 years made a lot of sense. We are big on supporting community at Service One, and they've done an amazing job. We just want to help support them and help support the seniors in our community with their needs as well.
Absolutely. And clearly so many people come out to donate socks. I mean, over 7,000. But where can people go to donate these socks if they want to continue this year?
Absolutely. Well, all Service One Credit Union locations, thanks to Jennifer and the Service One Credit Union team, you can drop off socks there, as well as we've got about 40 to 50 other locations throughout Bowling Green, Glasgow, all throughout the surrounding areas. And of course, CFR reaches into Owensboro, so there's locations there too. We've got all of them listed on our website at ChristianFamilyRadio.com, so you can find one that's close to you.
And of course, are you guys looking for specific pairs of socks, any specific specific types maybe for seniors?
Absolutely. So any kind that are, fuzzy, festive, the ones with the grippies on the bottom, even though I didn't bring any of those this morning, those are in high, the seniors love those so that they can, still be mobile and not have the fear of, slipping and falling.
Absolutely. Well, Derek and Jennifer, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thanks, Tommy.
Absolutely. And that was a look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we come back, Darius Mack will have another check of your forecast. Don't go anywhere.
Feels good to be home.
Ashley's Black Friday is going on now. Get up to 75% off holiday hot buys or get 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Only at Ashley.
Dog Stay Out is South Central Kentucky's 5-paw rated dog resort. Whether for the day or a whole vacation, Dog Stay Out will keep your pets safe and loved. Dog Stay Out offers boarding, daycare, agility courses, positive reinforcement training, grooming, and more. With the multiple packages to choose from, pamper your pup any way you see fit. Find out more at dgOKY.com. Your dog's home away from home. Dogs Stay Out.
Like I was saying, I love my new career. Oh, check this out. This website, Bowling Green Works, they had all the resources I needed. They made finding my job so easy.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Are your basement walls bowing or cracked? USS is here to help. Cracks along your basement wall are telltale signs moisture is collecting in the soil against your foundation, causing the weakest point of your wall to bow. USS has the support you need with our innovative Invisibeam. It's the strongest carbon fiber strap on the market and the only one ICC certified with a lifetime warranty. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? Why is that? It's unknown, and we feel unsure. Join us every Sunday on WNKY at 10:30 for Light of the World. The Bible is a lamp that will light our pathway.
Feels good to be home.
Black Friday is going on now at Ashley. This week only, get up to $1,000 off your purchase. Like this 2-piece leather power reclining living room set, now $1,000 off. Plus, Friday through Monday, veterans save an extra 5%. Only at Ashley.
It's Election Day Tuesday, as many people are headed out to the polls, planned for temperatures that will be, of course, unseasonably warm. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack, and here's a view of radar. It's a clean sweep out there this morning, and as far as clouds and radar goes, you're noticing clouds out there. We're going to notice a bit more cloud cover today than compared to yesterday, but that's really not going to stop those temperatures from warming up very nicely as we go throughout the day. There's a stationary boundary draped off towards the north. Temperatures into the 60s towards the west. Madisonville at 61, Greenville at 60 degrees. We're just almost at 60 here in Bowling Green, but most locations, again, upper 50s, right around 60 out there. Those dew points into the 50s. We have dry air that is in place. We got those winds that are flowing in from the south, and it's a modest breeze out there. It's the nice southerly breeze that is really going to allow those temperatures to warm up for us today. 9 a.m. as you're heading out to the polls, 66 degrees. We're going to be in the middle 70s by lunchtime and into the upper 70s as we go throughout this afternoon. Really a great day to go out and vote. So not tracking rain chances, not tracking anything that would really keep people inside today. We're tracking the unseasonal warmth as we go throughout the next few days, and that's all associated with the upper ridge pattern. That's not only going to give us unseasonal warmth, but we could be talking about some record challenging warmth, especially on Wednesday, forecasting a high of 82 degrees. This is the record last reached in 2020, so Still seeing 80s in November. That is insane. But as we go later into the weekend, we're going to see more of a seasonal feel return. As far as things go with Futurecast, we got those clouds that will continue to stream through our skies, and temperatures again will be pretty warm. We're going to be in the middle 70s and upper 70s this afternoon. We go for late tonight into the upper 50s to right around 60. Another mild start to the day for your Wednesday. You're going to notice Wednesday is a little breezier, and it's going to be the southerly breeze, the strong southerly breeze that's going to usher in temperatures near 80 by the afternoon. So we are going to see those numbers approach the 80s tomorrow. This will be ahead of some changes that roll in on Thursday. I think a cold front will drop in, and that will be bringing us some chances for showers and at least some scattered rain showers, and we'll see those chances increase, especially later through the day on your Thursday. Here's your 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. 68 for the high on Thursday with scattered showers rolling through the area, and then we're still going to be tracking scattered rain that will continue for your Friday as well. Veterans Day, we're dry, and temperatures again will be seasonably cool. We are going to be into the upper 50s to low 60s. And then check out those overnight lows as they will be dipping down into the 30s. We're going to be talking about frost returning by late Saturday night and early into Sunday morning. Hey, you see that QR code at the top right-hand corner of your screen? You can use that to scan to plan your day the News 40 way by following us online and on the air at WNKY.com. Now it's time to wish our friends happy birthday in today's Soki's Birthday Club.
No dairy, no problem. Rooster's got you. Our delicious oat milk ice cream is a vegan treat you don't want to miss. It's a dreamy delight that'll please the whole gang. Try it in a cone or a shake and treat yourself at Rooster's today.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
I have known and worked with Daniel Cameron for a long time. He will never let you down and will support the working men and women of Kentucky just like I did for 4 great years. Current Governor Andy Beshear endorsed crooked Joe Biden, whose economic policies are crushing your state, and Beshear wants to help him. 4 more years would be a disaster for Kentucky, so Daniel Cameron is my complete and total endorsement.
Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
The Warren County Public Library presents award-winning suspense author Court Stevens, Sunday, November 12th at the Bob Kirby branch. Join us as Stevens discusses her latest novel, Last Girl Breathing. Free tickets are available at warrenpl.org.
I'm Russell Coleman, the Law and Order candidate. I'm running to protect Kentucky and our people. The Biden administration is hurting us, and our communities are under attack from violent criminals and deadly drugs. As the next Attorney General, I will stand up to the Biden administration. I will relentlessly enforce the law, and I will protect our streets. I'd be honored to have your vote.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Welcome into sports. WKU tipped off their basketball seasons last night inside of the one and only Diddle Arena. The Lady Toppers were up first in a doubleheader, hosting Mercer to open the 2023 slate. WKU went back and forth with Mercer, but were able to close it out in the fourth quarter, 70-64. Teresa Festino led the way for the Tops with 15 points, followed by Karis Allen, who finished the night with 11. The Lady Toppers were able to force 26 turnovers as the defense swarmed the ball late in the game. Here's what head coach Greg Collins had to say after the win.
Maybe some nerves, maybe some anxiousness. We just got to settle down and be a little bit more maybe methodical about finishing those things. So overall, thankful for the win. We'll get ready for Southern Utah.
And just after the Lady Toppers game, the WKU men's team took to the hardwood to open their season against Kentucky Wesleyan. The biggest storyline going into the night was the beginning of the Steve Lutz era here on the Hill. The first half was back and forth, but the Tops came out at halftime with a 14-0 run, breaking the game wide open. One of the biggest changes on the court to this season was the defensive energy the team had, which helped them have a convincing first win of the season. The Steve Lutz era begins 1-0. And to Rupp Arena as the 16th ranked Kentucky Wildcats hosted the New Mexico State Aggies in their first regular season game last night. The Wildcats' young roster exploded in the second half, outscoring New Mexico 49-17, and they win their opener by a large margin. Final score 86-46. They'll be back in action in Rupp Arena Friday night. And the Louisville Cardinals tipped off their season against UMBC in the Yum Center last night. The Cards came into the year looking to bounce back from winning just 4 games last season, and they went back and forth with the Retrievers, but a dunk by J.J. Traynor with just 7 seconds left put Louisville ahead, and they went on to win 94-93, starting their season 1-0. And that's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Cole. It is now time for this week's Topper Tuesday, and joining me in studio is head women's golf coach Adam Gary here to talk about all the success that Western has had on the golf course this fall. Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
Not too bad, and I am excited. You guys have seen a whole lot of success this year. We were just talking, this is just the first half. They got a whole other season coming up in February, at least starting in February, but I know you guys have had broken records. You guys have finished top 3 in the past 4 tournaments. Tell me all about the season. How's it gone for you guys?
Yeah, never going to miss an opportunity to talk about the Lady Tops. So it's an honor to be here. This team did a great job this fall. Katie killed it. She finished top 10 in every tournament individually, won at Cincinnati's tournament. Broke a single round record for the team, shooting 9 under in Sarasota.
Wow.
Broke a team record in Cincinnati, shooting, well, actually we beat it by 8. So. It was just records every week, it seems like. And Katie won Player of the Week with Conference USA 3 times. So couldn't be more proud of the work and the effort that they're putting in. They really did well.
And speaking about just that work and the ethic that you and the girls have, tell me a little bit about that. Tell me all about the hard work you guys have had to make this season really come to fruition.
Right, yeah, golf is a sport that takes a long time to play. So it's, yeah, it is very time consuming, and they do a great job in the classroom as well. I mean, we're normally right up there with the top GPA on campus, so they're killing it in the classroom and on the course. But yeah, I mean, obviously we're only allowed to practice 20 hours a week, but a lot of the girls are doing extra and putting in that extra time. So if you want more than everyone else, you got to be willing to put in the extra time, and they're doing it.
That is absolutely, I mean, you could tell. I mean, like I said, top 3 in 4, and then recently you were just talking Georgia Southern, the Pat Bradley at FIU, and then I believe there was the Jennifer Duke, I believe. Yes. Tell me about those experiences you guys have had down there.
Yeah, we get to travel to some really nice places. So we were in Savannah and then Sarasota. Also had Furman's event in there as well. So started the season in Purdue. So we play 5 tournaments in the fall. Obviously there's 15 weeks in the semester, so we're gone about a third of the semester. It's a lot of class time missed, but they do a great job, and the faculty is really understanding of letting them make up their schoolwork that they miss. But now they get a little break for Thanksgiving and the holidays, and we'll start back up in February. And obviously conference will be in April.
That's incredible. And tell me a bit about February. What's gearing up for that second season like?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we're fingers crossed that we have some good weather, that we're able to get outside and practice. I joke with Travis Hudson all the time because he says it's 7 degrees and perfect in his arena. But no, that's where it's nice to have our new indoor facility, the Philip Hatchett Center. So we're able to get a lot of work done indoors if the weather's not cooperating. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get outside some, and we'll be ready.
All right, well, congratulations on a very successful fall, and good luck on your spring season coming up in February. And, Coach, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And that was a look at this week's Topper Tuesday. When we come back, we'll see what delicious recipe the Pike Native Bowling Green has for us. Don't go anywhere.
Jeez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with settling. This ain't right. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should have called JB. Trent, gee.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
My opponent's campaign is built on attacks and lies. But you know me, and you know it isn't true. We've been through a lot together. And now, we're building the Commonwealth we've always dreamed of. We're a leader in economic growth, tens of thousands of new jobs, our lowest unemployment rate ever, delivering on major infrastructure projects and bringing high-speed internet everywhere. We're building a bright future here for all of our families.
What would Daniel Cameron's Medicaid plan mean for my patients?
He's threatening to take away health care coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians.
It's very scary that people are not going to have health coverage.
People will not be able to see their doctors. People will not be able to buy medicines.
Many rural hospitals will end up closing their doors.
Cameron is still following his pal, Matt Bevin.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't think Daniel Cameron understands what Kentuckians are going through.
And that is not acceptable for a governor.
The Barren River District Health Department is the place to go for your essential healthcare needs. Barren River Health offers immunizations, STD, pregnancy, and lead testing, as well as WIC benefits, tuberculosis care, and more. Clinic locations are available in Barren, Butler, Edmondson, Hart, Logan, Metcalfe, Simpson, and Warren counties. Call to schedule an appointment today.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And like people think y'all look alike, you can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Welcome to the Pie Queen's Pantry. We're talking Thanksgiving and side dishes, and today we're going to be making some savory sweet potatoes. Let's get started. All right, let's get started on this. We've got sweet potatoes. You can use a mandolin for this or just use a really good knife. You're gonna make them pretty thin slices. So you got slices like this, and you're gonna have 2 sweet potatoes in this recipe. Then the easiest part about this is all this is going into a Ziploc bag. So this is gonna be super fun for the family to help you, quick and easy. We've got minced garlic. We've got grated Parmesan. We have olive oil and some Italian seasoning and salt all in there together. You're gonna mix this in the bag just a little bit to get it all incorporated. And then we're gonna add in our sweet potatoes. I know everybody loves sweet potato casserole. I mean, it's my favorite thing. But every now and then, you've got too many sweet items on the table and you kind of need to mix it up with something savory. So this is a great side dish for your Thanksgiving dinner or for the fall when these are just in harvest. So you're gonna coat all of these sweet potatoes in the bag, and you can get creative with how you wanna put these in the pan. A lot of times I put it in a circle on a sheet pan, but I've got this dish here today that I'm just gonna layer them like this. And you kind of want it to be not a flat layer, but you want it to be, you know, just touched on top of each other so they'll bake really evenly. As long as your slices are cut the same, it's not gonna be a problem. If you head over to my social media, the PieQueen_BG, you can let me know what your favorite sweet potato side dish is. I'd love to know. And when those are all done, coming out of the oven, you can garnish it with a little fresh thyme. You guys know I love to be out in the garden, and herbs kind of last all year. And then grate some Parmesan right on top. Just like that. Remember, it's not goodbye, it's good pie.
Weather on the 4s, brought to you by Deborah Bros Attorneys at Law. Take a current view at the WKU farm, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet site that is there on this election day. As you're heading out to the polls, plan for temperatures running mild out there into the upper 50s to right around 60 with a modest breeze from the south and west. Dry and quiet on radar. Here's your election day planner. Into the 60s, 9 a.m., 70s for lunchtime, upper 70s this afternoon. Hey, don't go anywhere. We're wrapping up News 40 Sunrise after this.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
Community Education is a nonprofit organization. We have before and after school programming. We try to serve as many schools as possible, but that is obviously dependent upon how many staff we can have in those programs.
This job is great for anybody because of the flexible hours and the fun of playing with kids and keeping them safe and engaged, and you make those connections with families, just having fun.
My job is very fulfilling. You can't have a bad day.
Sign up today for the Jingle Bell 5K Run Walk benefiting the Arthritis Foundation. Saturday, November 18th at 9 a.m. at South Warren High School. Costumes and teams are encouraged. Register now at events.arthritis.org.
Former President Donald Trump is endorsing Attorney General Daniel Cameron in his run for governor of Kentucky.
Mr. President, I hope you can tell that Kentucky is Trump country.
I'm the only candidate endorsed by President Trump and the only candidate who stood up to Joe Biden. I fought the Biden agenda in court to defend Kentucky. Andy Beshear, he never will. As governor, I'll put Kentucky first, even when it's hard.
It's time, y'all. It's a new season from my new home in NYC.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Mercedes-Benz of Bowling Green, the best or nothing.
Savory, sweet
potatoes.
Now, I'll tell you what.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big fan of sweet potatoes. But
really?
The way that this was made, I mean, I actually would give it a try.
I would 100% eat this, without a question. And she 100% has a point. During Thanksgiving, there's a ton of sweet stuff. And so turning something that is usually sweet into something that is more savory or salty, genius. Really, it's really smart. Absolutely delicious. I would 100% eat that. Yet again, another hit from the Pie Queen. But I'll tell you what, important day today. It is election day. Here's another look at First Baptist Church as people are starting to make their way on in there and cars are starting to fill the parking lot to make sure that their ballots are being casted, and make sure that you are one of those people too. There are 12 locations in Warren County. If you need to find out where you can vote or where the closest place is, you can go to the Warren County Clerk's website or our website, that's WNKY.com. And if you are outside of Warren County, you can go to your local county clerk's office website for the latest voting information to find out where you can go to vote. But please go and vote.
Go and do your civil duty today and get out there and vote. And
you haven't voted yet.
I haven't voted yet.
Not yet.
So
but you are going to vote,
right? I will be voting. I will be voting. And there's no excuse to not vote today.
That
because,
is true.
You know, the weather is just nice.
Beautiful.
It's going to be amazing. And temperatures are going to be into the 70s this afternoon. Check this out with the 7-day forecast. We're watching numbers increasing, especially on Wednesday, with a high of 82 degrees in the forecast. That's a record that was last reached in 2020. So we could be talking about record warmth this week. And then a cool down that drops in as we go in store for the weekend with scattered rain, Tommy.
All right, well, thank you, Darius, and thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow. And make sure to go out and vote. We'll see you.